Hey guys, welcome back to the Locker Room Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Oliver, joined by Sharpie.
Hello.
Hello. Um, so first of all, we have accountability, and that was really weird, that intro, so don't mind that. My multi last week lost by one leg because the Raiders somehow lost to the Redskins by 2 points. They lost to Taylor Heineke, so that was a bit depressing. Patriots won though, so I'm happy enough with that. What about you? Did your multi get up?
No, because Oklahoma State lost to Baylor, unfortunately, and I was really expecting them to win. So
Is that the one with the
no,
new coach?
no, that's just Oklahoma, I think.
Uh, is that
I
the
thought Boomer
Sooners?
Sooner, baby.
Yeah, let's go Sooners.
Nope.
um, I've got my weekly multi. I don't know if you do, but so I got the Panthers to win, hopefully. The Seahawks, the Ravens, the Cowboys, the Packers, and the Saints to win. So I'm backing yours and Lockie's team this week. So that's paying at $11.25, and it's probably bound to fail because one of those either Panthers or Saints are going to lose. So I called it here if they do lose. But have you got a weekly multi for this week or?
Yeah, I do. I've got Atlanta to beat Brooklyn tomorrow in the NBA. I've got Knicks to beat Toronto because Toronto have got a few people out because of COVID and that. So the Knicks are underdogs going into this one here. They're paying $2. So which should be good. And I've also got New Orleans to win as well.
And do you have a
New Orleans
price?
Saints, sorry.
Oh yeah, I was going to say the Pelicans to win. I'm like,
No.
I'm just the sorry, I've just got something going on. Well, I think you're still the only one that's ever had one actually get up, so that's something you can hold on to. I think I've had 3 fail by one leg.
Yeah, first week and nothing after that.
Yeah. Anyway, move on to the NBA. I think my dog's just walked in. Yes, she has. Um, first of all, what do you make of Luka's comments that I can't remember the exact weight. I don't know if you heard it either. He's weighed at like 260 pounds. Was it? It was something. It was very
Yeah.
overweight. What do you make of that?
I mean, man's still balling, so there's nothing wrong with his weight really. Like, yeah, he doesn't look like built or anything, but you still cook your whole team. So,
and that's the thing. That's what those Euro players kind of do these days. You look at Jokic; he's not bloody toned or anything
because they're not going through a whole system of training with that, like with physics. They only just train in basketball. That's it. They're not doing like a weight program or a fitness program or anything. They're just training to play basketball.
Yeah, I think Zion's still definitely more of a worry if he's like 330 pounds, especially the type of player he is. Yeah, I think that's a bit more of a worry. I think they did say though that one thing they're worried about is him finishing off games. He's not as efficient. He looks like he's getting tired, but maybe if Kristaps helped him out each game more consistently, he wouldn't be so tired. Anyway, moving on. Curry, 10 threes away from the record. Obviously, probably the best shooter of all time. What games? So these are the next 3 games. What game do you think he's going to get it done in? So they got the Sixers, the Pacers, and then the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. So they're all on the road, which is a bit disappointing. But when do you think he's going to get it done?
I think it'd be good to do it against Philly because it'd be against his brother. I think that would be cool. But it'd be fitting for him to do it against the Knicks just because of where he was drafted one before the Knicks had their draft pick. So,
and imagine Madison Square Garden going off. That's why I think that if they don't do it against the Sixers, rest him or something against the Pacers. No one wants to see him break the record against the Pacers.
And I think it'll be on national TV as well. So the NBA will probably want that as well.
Yeah, just rest him. Or he comes out and has a bad game and only hits 2 threes 2 games in a row.
He ain't gonna hit it against the Knicks anyway. RJ's gonna lock him up.
No, Randall's going to lock him up. No, sorry, Brogdon is for the Knicks.
Yes, hopefully.
Anyway, we'll get to that. Before we do, the Blazers, they're going to blow it up eventually. Obviously, CJ had some unfortunate news during the week about a collapsing kidney, or was it, or something?
Collapsed right lung, I'm pretty sure.
Lung, not kidney. So what do you think the go is with that? I've seen a lot of things about Lillard's gonna probably get traded as well. Do you trade all but Lillard, or do you trade everyone including Lillard?
I would trade to get prospects back in return. They've got a couple there, but not good at the moment. So I probably would trade Lillard if I'm getting some good prospects back, and maybe an expiring contract as well.
Yeah. I just don't see Lillard requesting it. Although now that new owner's gone, maybe he will request a trade finally. But or one other point, Lillard and Luka have both come out and said that they want to play with Simmons, or they would like or enjoy to play with Simmons. If you're Simmons hypothetically here, who would you rather go play for, the Mavs or the Blazers?
Probably the Mavs, just because you have more time to play with someone instead of playing with Lillard for only a couple of years and maybe him leaving. So who knows? So at least at Dallas, like you've got more time to play. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd much rather go to the Mavs, but it'd be interesting to see how a team with like Luka, who he kind of needs the paint, and that's why Kristaps is kind of getting pushed out to the three a lot, because Luka likes to drive in. It'll be interesting.
Another good thing is that Ben Simmons doesn't need the ball on offense that much, so I think he can be fine with off the ball
and just back cuts and
and Luka is a good facilitator, so I can see how that would work.
Yeah,
it's just the Porzingis would that work with that? Like they'd have to scrap everyone. Like they'd have to trade pretty much everyone just to fit the cap space with Ben Simmons' contract, Porzingis' contract, and Luka's contract that's about to tick over. So
can I throw a hypothetical at you here? I'm just thought this up on the spot, and I don't know if it would work salary cap wise. Hypothetical trade: Lillard, CJ, and maybe you chuck in maybe Roko or something for Simmons, Maxi, and another young prospect or a pick or a first round pick. Would you do that if you're the Blazers or the Sixers, or would you?
Well, I just want to know what their plan is going forward, whether they're going to tank or not. If I'm going to tank,
you don't want
then
Simmons.
you'd rest. Yeah, no Simmons or anything.
But you could build a team
Simmons
around
there
him,
and
maybe.
see what if you can get a prospect with him next year.
Yeah,
and then maybe get someone to come over in free agency.
It
doesn't have to be a big tank, but you could probably try and get yourself, into the top 10 in the draft. Try and get somewhere near there.
Talking about a big tank, we need to get Scotty Barnes out of the Raptors. They're dreadful losing to OKC. Just get him to OKC.
That was definitely before the buzzer.
I haven't even seen it, to be honest. That I didn't look before the buzzer. I genuinely haven't seen it. So I wish it was, though. I'd take a loss, but anyway, we'll go into that time of the week. Horsey tips. So this week, race 2, number 2 at Flemington, eluding. Race 3, number 2 at Randwick, Dragonstone. And his each way of the day is race 8, number 8 at Randwick, Stockman. So be interesting to see. I can't remember for the life of me if his tips got up last week, but I'll have to go back and check. All right, Sharpie, do you want to run this next part of the next segment?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you take the lead.
What are we talking about?
The possible trades for the Pacers players.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I didn't get a good cue there.
Yeah, that's all right. I probably should have made it more obvious.
Yeah, well, obviously with the Pacers, apparently, well, then now that they've come out and confirmed that they're, gonna that they're open to trading, their star players, Brogdon and Turner or Sabonis, because it's not working out. So there has been a lot of trades out there thrown out there in the Twitter sphere again by geniuses on Twitter with great accounts. One I saw from the New York Knicks side of things is for Miles Turner. Obviously, he dominates us every time we play. So a center that can stretch the floor and is a great shot blocker as well is something that we definitely need. It won't be the biggest thing in the world, but it's a start. So I've seen a trade possibility of Miles Turner to the Knicks for Mitchell Robinson, Kemba Walker, Kevin Knox, 2022 Charlotte first round, which we acquired last year, and 2023 Knicks second round. Now that Knicks second round in 2023 will be pretty hot because that is the year, if I can remember correctly, that high schoolers will be eligible for the draft. So there'll be some good prospects coming out of there. So I think everyone will be trying to snap up those draft picks to get something late from the high school side of things.
So would you do that trade if you as a Knicks? Because I'm just thinking about that. That's for Miles Turner, who is a good player. I don't know what his contract is, but it seems like a tad too much. Like maybe Mitchell Robinson, Knox, and then the picks. Like I know obviously Kemba's not a great player. Maybe take out Knox, even although he's terrible. Maybe take out
He's
one of the
expiring
picks.
anyway.
Yeah, maybe take out one of the picks. But I feel like it's a tad too much for Miles Turner.
That Charlotte pick's also protected as well. So who knows? That pick could end up going back to Charlotte. I think it's a top 10 protected. So
yeah,
and I don't honestly see Charlotte getting in the top 10, but
yeah, well, true, but yeah. So I don't think I'd do that deal because I think it's a little bit too much. Maybe if it was for Sabonis, who's an all-star, I'd probably do it. But then again, would the Pacers do it? I'm interested to know what the Pacers actually want, though. Do they just want draft picks? Do they want young prospects? We got many other trade.
I've seen obviously the stupid, Lakers ones where they're just giving up terrible players for Miles Turner. Hang on, I'll go. My Twitter just crashed.
Sorry. No, that's all right. I'll throw a hypothetical out there, just off the top of my head. So obviously the Charlotte Hornets, they need a center bad. They got Plumlee. If you're the Pacers, for Miles Turner, would say JT Thor, Book Knight, and maybe an extra draft pick be enough for what's his name? Miles Turner. Do you think that'd be enough, or would they need to include a bit more?
I don't even see them going for them, but I did see there was something coming out from the verified Hornets page that we're trying to revisit them or something. I don't know if I'd give up JT Thor, Book Knight. I think there's some good prospects coming through there, but if you want to win now, then yeah, I understand why. Yeah, I'd probably go for it. I mean, it failed when Clippers traded SGA because they're going to be screwed in a couple of years. But
it's just like the Lakers, though. They're screwed as well with all their old players. There was another one I saw, Orlando, but I don't think this one's likely at all because I don't think it had like Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, and a pick or something for, I think it was Sabonis. And I'm like, why the hell would Orlando do that after they've just embraced that they're tanking? They're not going to, neither of those players are going to do anything for them, whether it's Sabonis, Brogdon, Turner. they're just going to make him a bit better and give him a shitter draft pick.
Yeah.
And now I've seen a lot of stuff about OKC going for Turner or Sabonis again, which I just don't understand. Like I would like it, but we're this far into the season already. We've already out of the playoff picture and
there'd be no
everything.
point doing it because you're that deep now in the tank that there's no point in recover.
Yeah.
There's no point in trying to recover at all.
If this happened next season, I could understand why. So if we get a top 5 pick this year, a top 3 pick this year, get either Chet Paolo or Jalen Duran, I could see why. But yeah, other than that, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
So have you seen, what was the other one that you said you saw?
Oh, well, I kind of just lost it. That's my bad. Sorry.
Who did it involve again though? The Lakers, wasn't it? It was Taylor Horton Tucker.
Yeah.
Westbrook and a second round pick or something for Turner.
I think that was either for Turner or Brogdon or maybe both.
Imagine that though, like you gave all those young prospects away for Westbrook and you emphasized about keeping Taylor Horton Tucker. Then you're just going to give away Westbrook and Taylor Horton Tucker for Miles Turner.
Yeah.
And Westbrook hasn't even been a problem when you look at it, really. It's kind of been Anthony Davis.
Well, there are like I think I found the tweet I was looking for. There were a few tweets that could possibly happen, a few trades that could possibly happen. There's a 4-team trade here with Indiana, Portland, Golden State, and Philly. So Indiana get Wiggins, Larry Nance from Portland, Wiseman. Portland get Ben Simmons. Golden State get Miles Turner and Karis LeVert. And Philly get CJ McCollum, Justin Holiday, I think, and Greg Brown the third. I can't. There's too many holidays in that league. And another one here is between Indiana, Portland, and Philly. So it's CJ, Nance, Paul Reed, and Isaiah Joe to Indiana. Portland get Ben Simmons and Miles Turner. Gee, that's big. And Philly get Karis LeVert, Rocco back, and TJ Warren.
Well,
so there's a few things that could happen.
If I'm the Pacers, I don't see why on earth they would accept a deal with CJ McCollum, who's like 30 plus years old. Whether they're just going to move him on straight away, but Miles Turner on the Warriors, geesh, that would be one filthy fit for him.
The thing is though about that, for him to go to the Warriors, he came out and said today that he feels more of a role player on the Pacers more than like an actual player, if anything.
Like a notice player.
I don't think he'd want to play the role player role. That's why I don't think he'd like to go to Golden State to probably win a championship, but I don't think he'd want to go there just to do the same thing he's doing now.
Yeah.
You went somewhere like the Knicks or something, he'd have a much bigger role. Maybe if, they changed the game plan and told Julius Randle to stop having the ball all the time.
What do you mean? He's going to be in the trade. Julius Randle for Miles Turner and Sabonis.
I've seen some dumb ones, like we're going to give away Quickly and or Toppin. What I'm thinking is, if we give away those draft picks anyway, I won't even be bothered, because what's the point in having the draft picks if Tibbs is not going to play the rookies anyway? So
quick, another hypothetical. This is probably the third of the episode, but let's say Julius Randle and I'm just trying to think of another. Let's say Julius Randle, Alec Burks, and a draft pick for Miles Turner and Sabonis. Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd like that actually. That's really good, but I'd probably try and scrape whatever I can from Pacers. Maybe obviously LeVert's untouchable. Maybe Holiday. That'd be nice.
Would you prefer it like Miles Turner and Brogdon or Sabonis and Brogdon?
I would prefer to get Brogdon and Sabonis. That'd be a dream scenario there. But to get Brogdon and anyone is good nowadays. He's a great defender, can score really well, can run the floor as well. I think that'd be awesome to have.
You just the Sabonis part of it would be
I,
a bit lacking on defense.
yeah, well, we're already lacking on defense anyway, so
Yeah,
might as
true,
well just keep going.
true,
But
true.
to have Brogdon, RJ, who's RJ's progressing well defensively, and if Evan Fournier wakes up and starts playing
Mm,
defense again, that'd be nice. Maybe even trading Evan Fournier. I'd
mm.
try and get a third team involved or something. Move on Evan Fournier, see if any team wants him.
Well, I think December 16th, I think it is, maybe, or 15th. We're
Yeah,
going to
I
find
think
out a
it's
lot.
15th in American time, but
We're going to find out a lot about who's going where. I expect that to just be filled with notifications on my phone.
yeah, well,
Um,
that's the exciting time though, because
very, and that's the thing. As a Knicks fan, that's when Kemba can be traded. So,
yeah,
sheesh, I'm keen
if
for
I'm
that.
Leon Rose now, the president of basketball operations for the Knicks,
Mm,
well, the GM, I'd be on the phone to every team, see who wants
mm.
these players and that, see what we can get
You
for
could get
anyone.
something half decent for Kemba.
Well, the thing is that we got Derek Rose for Dennis Smith Jr. last year, so that worked
Mm.
out.
And now you're going to get Sabonis for Randall, straight swap.
Mm. I think it'd be a bit disrespectful to trade Randall after
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
that he's done
definitely.
for the team, but I mean, it's sort of sucking now that no one on that team, like I'm going to quote Stephen A. Smith here.
Oh,
He
here we
said
go.
something correct here, that none of the team is playing for each other. And like
Mm.
they're all trying to play hero ball. And that's what I've been saying for a while now. No one's on this team is doing anything that will help the team. It will just help themselves. And all it's doing is regressing the team.
And every time I watch them, that's what I think. Well, every time I watched quickly, I thought that's what it was that he was trying to do, and I didn't like it. But he's actually been playing well, doing. He doesn't look as selfish now, or not selfish, but he just looked bad taking ill-advised shots early on this year.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's gotten a lot better at least at that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, Knicks need to figure something, especially on the defensive end. They're I think 23rd in the league or 24th. If I could be wrong, but they're in the bottom 10. So
Yeah.
um,
Something needs to change.
anyway, that's enough. That's enough for that. We'll head to our weekly pick'em. Last week, I was the only one that lost. You two took Philly, and I took the Hawks. Philly won by 2 points, so obviously they covered the line. What game are you going for this week, Sharpie?
So I've gone for the Pacers and the where did I go? I think I went Pacers and the Wizards.
They play the Mavs tomorrow, I think.
Oh no, Pacers and the Mavs. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. So I've gone with the Pacers under 1.5.
Oh
So
yeah, -1.5. I'm going with the Mavs, and Lockie has messaged me, and he's going with the Pacers too. So it's the exact same as last week. You two going the same, and me going
yeah,
the
he's the biggest
opposite.
shape.
Yeah, what a sheep. Hope he hears this. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Nice, quick one. Nice 25-minute one. Get on with our Friday. Thanks for joining us out of your destiny time.
Yeah, no worries. Watching
Thanks
the
for.
cricket actually, but yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Go Australia. And
Yeah.
whatever his name is, Travis Head or Tim Head or
Travis Head, yeah.
Travis Head. There we go. I shouldn't have even said Tim Head. That's Tim Payne. Anyway, thanks for joining. Thanks for listening, and bye.